If you're in a low-income neighborhood, chances are you're gonna come across people like this.
Yeah, I'm ready. Uh-oh.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another fresh commentary. Now today I want to do a little bit of a story time. I don't recall the last time I done one of these. It's probably been like, what, a year or two? Now today I want to talk about something that happened to me a few weeks ago. Now every morning I wake up and head to work at 8. Then when I get to work I clock in and work for a bit. Then I go to McDonald's real quick to get a coffee. Because honestly that's what keeps me going for the next 7 hours. Fun fact, I never actually used to drink coffee, but one of my best friends was all about coffee and always recommended it to me. But anyways, back to the story. So I was heading to McDonald's like a usual Monday morning. So it was a pretty long weekend. I don't really get used to waking up at 8 a.m. until like Wednesday because, you know, you get so used to relaxing at home, it feels weird waking up early. So when I go into McDonald's, I usually enter through the back door because it's filled with people in the front. These specific set of people are not really normal, like they're basically drug addicts. So since I go to the back door because these specific set of people always block the front, they swarm the McDonald's basically just buying time there because half of them are homeless or they're just asking people for money. It's a pretty uncomfortable setting, especially for a person like me. I only want to get my coffee and get the hell out of there, but there's just tons of people in the way that are just like, it makes me feel really uncomfortable to go to a place like that. I don't even go online. I literally go to the machines and use my debit card or use Apple Pay so I can avoid them asking me for money while I'm on the line. Keep in mind they take up the majority of the fast food restaurant. There's more of them than there are customers, and there's always a security guard at the front door near the bathroom, but he doesn't really do his job. He tends to use his phone and mind his own business, and I'm pretty sure the major factor for that is because he doesn't want to deal with all those people. If something breaks loose, a conflict or something, I'm sure he would do his best to stop it because that's his job, but most of the time he's just sitting on his butt doing nothing. But anyways, back to the story. I'm ordering my chocolate chip frappe on the machine to avoid the line like always, when at a table next to me a messed up woman approaches two women enjoying their breakfast. This woman is like out of shape, man. Like she's thin, old, her clothes are teared, and she's just messed up. She was going around previously asking people for $1, but they kept ignoring her. And when she arrived to that table, that was the last table at the restaurant because she clearly cleared the left side, so the right side, that was the last table on the right side, and she just got fed up because everyone kept letting her down. She was absolutely mad. She literally called two women broke even though she was the one asking for money. What? Eventually she started screaming at the entire restaurant that nobody wants to help people like her. She's just trying to survive and, I quote, get out there. And the two women eventually got annoyed at her yelling at everyone that one of them told her to shut up and leave, and she didn't like that. She turned towards her extremely fast and told her, "No, you shut up." Now imagine that with the F word because, you know, she obviously cursed, but I'm not gonna say it because YouTube just hates that. And then just by her cursing, it triggered the woman to get angry and get up and say, "Okay, you need to leave." Then the woman goes, "We're just trying to enjoy our breakfast and you've been annoying going around bothering people all because you can't get $1. And then the woman says, "Just leave me the I almost said it. Just leave me alone. I gotta do what I gotta do. It's none of your business." Eventually, the drug addict woman, or whatever you want to refer to her as, I'm just gonna say old woman, while she was talking, she grabs the tray of the woman's hotcakes, one of the woman's hotcakes. It's basically pancakes, but that's what McDonald's calls it. But she grabs a tray of hotcakes and eggs and literally just like throws it on the floor, man. I'm serious. And it wasn't really that much force that she dropped it on the floor. It was like a little slight push, but you know, it was on the edge enough to, you know, it was a little bit of force enough for it to slam on the floor. The woman just gets freaking mad, bro. She gets up and like the little like huff that she did was enough for the entire restaurant to look her way. Like she went like, it was just so loud. Like it was just the biggest breath intake. It was just incredible. Then after she does that little huff and puff, she grabs the old woman. While she's grabbing this woman by the shirt, her friend is like literally trying to hold her down, and she grabs her friend's shirt trying to stop her from doing whatever she's about to do. And while she's grabbing these women by the shirt, the other people are just going towards the commotion so they can see what's going on. And me, I'm actually doing the complete opposite. I'm backing up and just mind my own business. And while this is going on, the commotion is starting to, like, the energy is just going up, you know. The security guard's just still on his phone, man. But eventually, when they're both screaming at each other and the woman is still holding on to the woman by the shirt, the guard gets called out by one of the cashiers and says that, "Why are you not doing your job?" Like, she's just screaming at him to go do something and stop and, you know, just do his job because he's there to make sure everything's okay, and he's just not doing that. And then the old woman, the messed up woman, she couldn't even handle the steam during the situation. What I mean by this is she's completely zoning out while everybody's screaming at her. She's just looking at the ceiling with her like googly eyes, like, why am I here? For some reason, once the security guard got there, she grabbed both of them and told them that they need to stop. Literally just a grab on the shoulder, not even that hard, just him saying that they need to stop whatever they're about to do. The old woman says, "Don't touch me," and freaking punches the guy straight up in the freaking face. Like, she hit him so hard in the nose that we all heard the impact. For a messed up old woman, she could throw a punch, man. That was incredible. So once the security guard got hit in the face, he bends down in pain. He's just suffering. He's like, oh, and everyone just backs up, even me, but not the woman they were literally holding each other. They were arguing with each other and screaming and blah blah blah. She literally punches the old woman in the face right after she punches the security guard, and that causes the woman to completely collapse on the floor. Like, the old woman just went straight knocked down onto the floor. She was there for a while. Everybody was yelling, oh. She was there for like a good 10 seconds on the floor, completely flat, eyes open, just looking at the ceiling. That hurt her head for sure. But she literally just got back up, turned towards the guard, and punched the guard while they were both on the floor. How are you gonna start getting up from the floor after you just took the biggest punch of the century, and you turn towards the guy that even caused it and punches him when he's already in big pain? Like, what? This punch obviously messed up this woman's head because she was clearly not thinking straight. So the guard got fed up with the 2 punches that he just got straight to his head and literally jumped onto the fragile, messed up woman. I just developed like so many names for her. But anyway, she jumped onto her and she was pressed against the floor and he just handcuffed her right there. He literally, but it was just so much force that he was doing it. Like, she's so old, man. She's so thin and she was throwing punches and stuff, but like, damn, this guy put all his body weight onto her and he was just pressing her cheek against the floor. While he was handcuffing her, he was breathing extremely hard and he was doing it really slowly and taking his time because this guy, you can obviously see that he was in big pain because he's pretty dark skinned and his face was just like really red. And while that was happening, he was handcuffing her. I was still looking for a bit, but my number was called, so I grabbed my coffee and pretty much just got out of there because I didn't want to deal with that anymore. And then when I got to my job, I explained the story pretty much that I'm explaining right now to my coworkers, and they laughed a lot. But yeah, pretty short story, I'm guessing, and the next one's probably gonna be better, promise. This is like kind of new for me in a sense because it's been so long that I've done one of these, so it's kind of like raw and kind of whack a little bit. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed hearing what I had to say, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Stay blue.
Okay, let's do it. Bet a motherfucker really gonna be looking stupid whenever they telling me they can do better, but then I pull up to it like motherfucker do it. Everyone knew it. You ain't never gonna blow when you blew it. I can't believe it. You don't really want it. You want it to happen. That's what a fantasy is. A fan don't see it. A fan of me is a fan of meeting. I'm finally meeting everybody in the city, looking at all of the women like pretty. So give me everything in your pocket, the wallet. Maybe I'll be splitting it 50-50. Maybe I don't, but you gotta forgive me. Coming to give me, I'm in a condominium.